following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Of the famous signing of the alliance pact between Atlantis and America, with famous historical figures there depicted in rugged, handsome glory. Of particular pants-moistening note is Colonel Tom Fury, with his big old scarf and everything. Probably wasn't wearing that for the signing, but it's art. You get it. Moving on, there's a replica shell of the nuclear bomb that was dropped on Munich. Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, listeners, the time is slightly different, by a lot at this point. But things fell out differently. Oh God, fell out.
The Fallout's fine.
Things Fallout 76, but it had a story and a plot and choices, and it was good, and people weren't idiots for buying it. No, that never happened in any world.
Too unbelievable.
Too unbelievable. It's like you got 52 worlds in your new DC thing, and on none of them was Fallout 76 good. There's a universe there. Oh, they say there's some universal constants. But yeah, carry on through there. You get to the more modern times. There's a little model of a Star Viper there, and like a painting of Colonel Lewis and the flag, and there's you go through the military things, and when they get to the newer things, it's like perhaps potentially it could look like this artist's concept. There's like an actual Scorpion tank, disabled obviously, so people don't break in, steal a Scorpion tank, and go on a GTA.
Because once you have a tank, there's nothing to steal.
Because why wouldn't you?
If you're going to go out, you've got to go in
go
style.
Out in the tank.
Fuck yeah.
So much artistry, and it's all devoted to murdering each other. And not a tomahawk in sight.
There is Native American weapons in there. There's tomahawks, certain kinds of spears, the special horn bow used by some tribes.
He'll be standing in front of the tomahawk going, "This is not a tomahawk."
There is actually a horn bow there that you feel something strange about. But the security guards are all watching close, so you'll have to come back at another time if you want to investigate this artifact.
Does it have a plaque for a name? It'll just be like horn bow.
Oh yeah, it's a genuine Native American horn bow. Doesn't have a string or arrows.
Interesting. Did you find something you like?
This is not a supermarket.
no, just
can't even buy it.
This bow is very powerful.
Careful, stay away from the dangerous native weapons. Security guard, he seems to be Native American.
Of course. I just wish to look.
Oh, sorry, Elder, I didn't realize. From behind you just looked like a disguised old man. But I see you're actually a revered elder. Hey, welcome to the museum war section.
Thank you, good sir.
My name's Tony Shining Wolf. And just last week we were finally able to wear proper security uniforms instead of having to dress like Shoshone.
Well, that is well.
I'm not even Shoshone, I'm Shadmakonda.
Oh.
Oh, and is this your lovely, grossly underage trophy wife? Nice.
We'll go with granddaughter.
Oh.
Turns to look at the thing about the wind talkers and stuff like that, start pronouncing some of the words and the thing. She knows our culture.
Yeah, because you can read any written language with them unless I say no, which I'm not going to because. Oh, of course. Hey, is there any question I can answer about these old relics? That tomahawk's not real though. It just looks kind of right. I couldn't get a real one here in time.
Oh, do you not know how to make one?
Personally, no, but my granddad does. He makes them up at Shamakonda. It's a reservation
close
land to the
here,
north.
is it?
Oh, about a half-hour's bus drive. As the DMV agent flies.
This bow is interesting. What do you know of it?
Oh, that's not my grandfather, but he lives next door to the guys whose grandfather it is. We're still waiting for him to actually tell us what kind of bow it is, but it feels super cool, right?
It looks
real genuine. I'm supposed to make up some stuff to impress, but, you know. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, this was the bow of Chief Longclaw, who used it to slay white oppressors from great range. Hence Longclaw. We're that dumb to have stupid names like that. Hey, wait me.
The music of your people.
Beautiful, in a way. Then really not. Like a big scary monster made of meat. Anyway, enjoy your visit. Oh, Yata hey, Belanga. Dua Hashada. Oh, gaze upon the mystic relics of our people. Whoa. You don't understand and can never know.
I like him.
This was the tomahawk of the Golden King. Yeah, sure. He killed over 15 pale faces. Yeah, that's what we call you, pale faces. Yeah.
There we go.
Because you're so... Oh, you're groups of blacks. Even you were the one group of people we did not make war with because you were even darker than us.
I'm stealing jokes from Mel Brooks now. This is what it's come to.
Shall we go look at those relics you wanted to look at?
They're upstairs in the impulse zone.
Impulse shopping.
Highway to the
Impulse.
zone.
Oh, great, I'm going to get copy struck for that.
Yeah.
You were... There was no way to tell you apart from the real thing!
Just like Kenny Loggins.
Just exactly the same!
He's got a beard as well because it's the only song that he was even good at.
Oh no, you don't get it. When that one is copy struck, the video is blocked.
Yeah?
It's not just give him all the money that you're not making on your unmonetized content.
It's blocked.
That's right, guys. If you see an ad on this content, it's because it's being monetized by the rightful copyright holders of whatever sound or music I'm using in this. And that's fine. We don't monetize because we care about you. You stupid shit.
Or sometimes
And 'cause
Time
we're too
Warner
long.
will just copyright things they don't even own.
Or, you know, at least we're not Sony copy striking ourselves.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, did you not hear about that?
Last
But
time.
anyway, let's move on before Shannon has to go to work, which is probably like in 2 minutes.
Well, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go out, log into the car, and then my phone will go off when I need to actually go to a job.
Yeah, but then they might be like, we notice you're still at home on a
Well,
jacking.
the nights have been such incredibly crap. I've been sitting around for like
Well, I
an
don't
hour
want
and
to
a
get you in trouble, but we'll quickly do this because then we'll swap over to them and it'll be all them because they've got the right answer there. They're going to the magic place, and I can just interbulate them forever.
Help me up the stairs and then...
Which particular section were you going to?
Probably folklore.
Oh, yes, well, there's a big folklore, large bigs, huge, mainly Irish.
Yeah. Probably a kid in a candy store run around and read about this exhibit 4.
Yeah, just Wikipedia Irish folklore. Let's do it. Google, motherfucker.
Every placard just says, that's for the children.
For the children,
Cuckoo Thalaine tied himself to a rock and then died. This is a rock. Maybe perhaps similar to the...
It's a map of a nation next door to Iran. He tied himself to a rock. Don't you know, he did it. He tied himself to a rock.
Such a big damn hero.
I was going to walk to a rock, but I ran.
So, Most of my time will be old man hobbling to catch up to you if we go to the next
The
spot.
Oriental stuff mentions thing about like the Jin Dai and the Heisei, mainly because there's a group in town who practice the balancing monks here in town.
Donated to the museum by said groups.
Yeah, sure. If you're interested, why not stop on down and join the Great Circle of Life and Power? Also, have you seen a Great Spirit? Because we want to kill her. No, it doesn't say that.
It's implied heavily.
Yeah, but even just seeing those, Bevan's just going to be very disturbed by seeing these things in the museum.
The Circle of Life seems interesting. Maybe we should pop along.
Yes, perhaps. Maybe
It's the
sometime.
best ninja.
Well, they ain't made no perception checks. They can't
No.
see it.
He's just a ninja.
It's also ninja.
They pulled the mask down, so you got to see him for that split second.
A brief second, we might have seen.
There's an exhibit to the Pale Lady, which talks about the Queen beyond the Pale and the wonderments therein.
Does that relate to the one of the Edomite kings that was like the female one?
I wouldn't say her name if I were you, but yes, it
Yes,
does.
because
There's fragments, ragged fragments of text that just say things, and like then there's like some educated professor type has just got like, blah, 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 and there's Poe and Monroe. He's like, actually, I heard disturbing things. Apparently, in your sleep, if you can find your way in the dreamscape to a mirror and say her name 3 times, she will grant you any wish you want, but take your soul and use its power to come through into the world. Gosh, Poe, that's amazing. Just out of curiosity, what kind of wishes could she grant? Almost anything. Her power was supposed to be limitless, you know. And what would her name be? That's the thing. Nobody knows. This scrap fragment is all that remains of this wonderful queen beyond the pale. And who knows? Perhaps more research and time will reveal the truth about this. But until then, let's move on to the Iris section. There's an interesting section there about the Burke witches that I want you to know about.
now Bevan's white as a sheet.
The
Wow, they
Burke
sound sexy. Cool.
witches. I didn't get a lot of time to look at the exhibits back there. I'm just going to hobble on.
Those are baseless accusations. Really and truly.
I will keep that in mind.
I would be.
They made deals with Satan. We killed them all, but they kept coming back.
Just Skidmore. This exhibit.
Stone, script writings, all ancient writings on the wall. And
The professor said, we cannot translate it, but we believe it relates to the god whose own shadow.
but you can read it with a roll, and then you can go.
Oh,
Good, you weren't going to be using it for the rest of the night because you're about to leave.
9 and int.
Yes.
12.
Apparently, it actually relates. This is a warning of Hamura Mazda, a great king, not a god, who commanded his local sorcerer to entomb the spirit of a Daojin who was destroying his people within a statue. And the statue was to be of him. And so long as his image remained, so would his power, containing the spirit within and preventing them from escape. His kingdom was apparently destroyed by some kind of magical force. Apparently, the objective of the evil creature was to grant her 1,000,000 wishes, which was impossible. Right? But best to be safe.
Thomas was right.
And the person who releases it is the one who has power over it. And it's pretty vague how that is.
Oh no. Well, I've read it, and basic translation is what was holding it there was the image of the king, which we've destroyed. But the person who broke it holds some measure of power over it. And
broke it. It wasn't Yes. Oh, no.
2 minutes. Actually, it just turned to 1 minute. Off you go. Bye. See you next week.
I'm going to sit the thing in the car. It might be here for like another half hour.
Guarantee it won't be.
Just our luck.
So you two, how are you getting to the Kyber building?
George?
Yes.
We'll take George.
Finally, some action. How were you, George, while we all abandoned you? Oh, I was just fine. You don't need anything? No, not really. Although if you're going to be away for a while, you should wrap my tires in plastic. Oh, we'll think of that next time. It's all good, fam.
But I thought, George,
Sorry,
you went out
George.
and if I wrap your tyres, and you'd not be able to go out and about like you do now and
Can't
then.
go out when you've locked the door.
Who locked it on you?
Why don't you take a guess?
Mr. Drake?
Mr. Drake. Oh, look, we're here.
Sorry, George. I mean,
Be guilt tripped by a demonic car.
it's tried to kill us, but it's also saved us. We've got a
Thought I had it out here.
sort of a nice.
Tell you what, George, when we're done with this, I'll give you a nice wash and some turtle wax.
Hooray. Put them on the glass.
I will.
You walk into the Kyber building. A disinterested girl is doing her physics homework and smacking gum.
Hello there.
Oh, hi.
What are you doing?
Smack
Keeping
down.
the gum warm.
I'm not going to ask. I'd like to go. I'd like to see Mr. Sato.
That's nice. I mean,
Okay.
we all have things we want to do.
Okay, there. Thank you.
Bye. Exit's over there.
I want to take the elevator to see Mr. Sato.
Too bad. You can't.
Why not?
Mr. Sato is a very busy person, or might not be here, whatever.
Wait, it was Mr. Sato in supply?
What about him?
That's who I've come to see.
Look, I'm not supposed to help you, but you have to say the whole thing.
I thought that was the whole thing.
All at once.
Oh, I'd like to see Mr. Sato in supply, thank you.
Elevator car. Take the elevator.
Thank you.
The floor?
No, the card does it. Let's go.
Okay.
I know it's been a while.
Well, usually they told me a floor, and that was
Things
part of the
change.
thing. Yeah.
I mean, look, she's smacking gum. What do you expect?
Where'd she get that much? No, I don't want to delve into
Seat
this.
bottoms!
I asked.
13th floor.
I asked him.
Thank you.
It's been some time.
It has. Many interesting passengers?
Oh, I couldn't say.
Couldn't
Of
and
course.
wouldn't. Thank you.
13th floor. The door rolls open into a baking hot desert. Heat washes over you, neutralizing any advantages you have, exacerbating any flaws you have. diminishing your endurance with every painful lungful of scalding hot air you inhale. Power is useless to help you. Sweat rolls off you in waves. You too. Isn't it just her?
Why is it so hot in here?
It's almost like he's punishing you.
Probably. It was his food too.
Yes.
Heat wavers in front of you as you stumble forwards towards the large desk made of some kind of durable, deep, rich wood, surrounded by reflecting mirrors concentrating heat onto the guest chairs.
Yeah.
Look, it's fair enough that this is happening to me, but
Sit!
did nothing wrong.
I was
okay?
there.
I'll take a seat.
How can I help you?
You want to look into some information about a statue that was recently broken.
Oh, the Homura Mazda statue.
Yeah, that's the one.
Huh. That was supposed to be a key part of their exhibits tonight. You should stop by the local museum
We've
of
got
natural history in Ruby Crystals of Burma.
people looking into
Maybe
that.
you should all go there, and not here.
Really?
It's a little,
Okay.
it's a little warm for you, is it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Yeah, I am.
Look, the library can't help you at this time. It's shut down since the Archmage has disappeared.
What do you mean disappeared?
Disappeared.
Disappeared, as in not evident, as in no longer around.
But he runs the place, doesn't
Yeah, who's in charge?
Well, the council runs the place, really.
So the council are running things in his absence.
But without the Archmage, if we need the seal of planetary banishment, we're fucked.
he? 17 plus to realise that the big gay cloak guy is...
Where's the Archmage?
Yeah, I know. Oh god.
Yes.
Right, and we've got...
He's blocking the portal. He was on the boat.
There was the big gay cloak.
It was him! Archmage, remember? He's got the big gay cloak.
Out.
Oh,
Out.
I know, but we know where he is, but... He I'm sorry, he won't...
Leave this place of sacred magic
Okay.
and our very straight, very normal cloaks.
I mean, gay in the happy
Happy
sense.
We know what
always
the youth
happy.
of today mean.
I'm not youth, I'm 21. And he's like, what, probably 500-600 in?
Okay, thank you.
But yes, he's blocking the portal between, well, I don't know, worlds.
Well, we can only hope he finishes quickly, because the state of emergency exists while we cannot detect magical energy, and now the Archmage is gone.
Well, that's what we're trying to help you with
All
at
of
the
those
moment.
important artifacts that we need. And there's a Daojin loose.
Which is what we're trying to help you with.
Uh-huh.
Well, you can't get help here. The library is closed until the Archmage has returned, or we can establish where he has gone with certainty that isn't just you telling us.
Well, at least now you've got a direction to look. But we'll leave you with it. We'll go. Sorry to interrupt you.
Bye, thank you. Ah! At least we got to the elevator faster.
At least he gave us he saw us because he didn't have to see us.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we helped him in some way.
Hopefully he knows what we were talking about.
I think he does. Anyway,
Let's go to the others. Maybe they found something else.
I hope so. Let's head towards... Oh, wait till we get into George.
Well, that went well.
Yeah, I'm surprised it went... We thought it would be better than that, but now I
I
understand.
think that. They're panicking because the mage has disappeared. You know who would be really good right now if they were to release Angamaran from the couple of gang members are beating up an old lady high school and just goes grab splat. A local policeman's like, thanks, you did it before I could, mate.
Yeah, because he was going to go.
And the old Betty
was
pulls,
just like,
old Betty pulls a brick out and smacks him with it.
anything. We'll cut back to you guys since Shannon's here for another limited few minutes.
Do you think we should get out of here and contact them?
Yes. Maybe they've found something too. Oh, and I don't believe all that crap in that other exhibit.
Oh, a lot of it's true. It's just the Burke witches weren't really much of a thing.
Oh?
As far as I know, I'm the only one practicing.
There was another before you.
As far as she knows, she's the only one practicing.
So you...
No, they've all stopped practicing and they're doing it for real now. They've got like a clinic and they do witching and Jesus staving.
So they are devil worshippers?
Well, technically, I suppose I derive my power from that source, but I don't worship anything.
The more you know. Tink.
Yes, quite unrare. In fact, the idea that one would have to completely capitulate to the devil's wishes is an archaic tradition that is not practiced by any modern witches at all. Wow, how do you know all this stuff? I slept around. Well, people don't need to be convinced to tell you things. They just need a sympathetic ear. Our whole careers are based on this. The more you know.
Yeah, getting listeners to call in.
So I guess we go around a corner, whoosh off.
Thank God they didn't go to any of the exhibits with anything else in them.
We're coming back. Apparently I have to steal a bow or something.
Not until you pay for it.
No. You go to the guy who owns the bow and ask if he can donate it to you. So you don't have to actually steal it.
Just pay the same amount of power points.
So
Yeah, you gotta buy it on the sheet. Otherwise you can't have it.
Any good Native American would shit his pants and agree when they met the Great Spirit.
Give me your fucking bow!
We'll find a nice...
These two retards jerked to a halt outside the
the Morningwood.
Morningwood Academy, and these two who have just left call them and say, sorry, the first of all, like, oh, okay, Skinwalker. Beep, beep, boop, 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 boop.
Yep.
Beep.
How are you guys going?
How are you guys going?
We lucked out at the Kyber building. On that note, it's the Archmage that's holding the tunnel.
Oh, the guy with the cloak.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
This world can't be
Yes.
without its archmage.
Why do you think
Yeah, they were kind of panicking.
they're panicking
there.
at the moment? Yes, it's the Archmage holding the tunnel. I've told them. So hopefully they can
Oh, no.
investigate and do things. So we need to sort this out fast.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
So the sound of something going
Hamura
on.
Mazda?
Or you just making
That...
noise?
Yes, George said has brought us to the Morningwood Academy to meet someone that may know more about Master.
Okay, great. So you guys are already on the train. Well, there was a giant carving with the story on it, and apparently he was an ancient king that sealed away...
Half of himself.
No, that was... he sealed away a powerful djinn that was responsible for destroying his city. And as long as his likeness remained on the outside, it was a vessel for his power that would keep the djinn contained. Unless somebody broke it, then that person still holds some power over the djinn. So whoever destroyed the statue...
We just need to find whoever that was.
Gamer, I'll leave that to you.
We'll,
What does she
We'll meet
mean
you
by
there.
that?
It was you.
Wait, what? When did I do this?
We're fighting in the museum.
Uh-huh.
Something broke that You didn't realise what it was?
I don't. Okay. I did this. Why is everything bad my fault?
Because you accidentally released the djinn and then all this happened afterwards. No. This is the start of it. So you solve this, it may solve all your other problems.
And
I can see you shaking your head.
No, I'm not.
I'm not blind, I'm just stupid.
So this may solve all your but so we need to know what power you may hold over them. And then we also need the king's likeness.
and the only other thing on the tablet that was kind of a dire warning is that certain doom was going to occur once the Doujin collected 1 million souls. Thomas was somehow right on the money on that. So there's no telling how close we are to the clock running
Of
out.
course, he was from a future where something might have already happened.
But Soviet, remember how he said he was from a future where you didn't exist? This problem may not have come up in his timeline.
Then it would be his fault for saving you, so it's all good.
Didn't Thomas tell you to keep everyone together mentally?
It's alright.
Just physically?
Let's get this solved.
Okay, I can make a replica of the statue maybe out of ice.
That won't last long.
No, but I mean, it might be something that we can use as a temporary measure until we can actually carve one or something.
The exhibit at the museum was empty, so we don't have a picture of what it looked like from our end, but maybe the internet's.
Well, we're at the Morningwood. There's meant to be an expert here, so
Be an expert on master.
so they may
Master.
have pictures of them, or so we're going to go in now. If you guys want to join us, yeah, that's where we are.
That's where we're flying.
You all arrive.
George, you know there was an expert here. Do you know what his name is?
No.
Hmm.
You'll have to go find one.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
So I'm not costumed up
Why?
because it's too obvious. Even though I am kind of like, it's just as bad either way.
You cannot hide.
It's night time, isn't it? So yes, I'll go in costumed up. I don't have a choice.
You need to make a game that's just like regular man game, and then you
Good.
can transform
Grand
into a
Theft
regular
Auto.
man.
So
Grand
long
Theft
as
Auto.
he doesn't mind not being able to talk.
Yeah.
And kind of being a douche the entire time he's in that mode.
He likes cake.
And the problem is a lot of the forms are known by other people too. So the DMV know of forms.
Everyone arrives. You go into the museum at night. It's dark. The academy at night. It's dark.
Look for the faculty area first.
There's a sign that says faulty.
Are there gaps where there could be other letters?
Maybe.
I'll assume it's...
There's the Llama Dome parking lot over there at night. There apparently is some kind of football game on there because everyone's going to go.
There it is.
Probably a good idea to go in there now.
South of the park where Icarus monsters are battling awesome heroes who are better than you will ever be.
Oh, the light brigade.
Yes.
Oh, so they're losing their football match then?
He's not a pro player who would play at the Llama Dome. What's wrong with you?
I thought he was.
No, he's a high school player.
Who was being drafted.
It's on the verge.
He hasn't been drafted. And he can't be if he wants to be a hero. You'll have to turn it down. Your dreams. goes, you can try and do both, but it's not practical. I suppose you'll start out and then the team will get attacked and killed, and then you'll have to dissolve your team. And it's you.
And then I'll be sad like Lex.
Also, it's like we needed a really good running back to be your receiver, and unfortunately Johnny Lightning's a mutant and he can't play anymore. And
I need to start a mutant.
Oh no.
Speedball. No rules.
No. No.
the XFL.
Oh my god.
XFL.
It could be mixed gender too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be mixed gender.
You're
There you go.
cheating with mutant powers, so I mean,
Anne's got to have something to do with her life.
Yeah. Get Lex back involved.
Anyway.
Happiness.
Yeah, you go, who's your blocker? Her. This little girl. This little girl couldn't block anything.
Little, she's 6'3".
No.
Football.
Oh,
Yeah, that little girl.
no, that would be reckless.
I first picked Jen.
Yeah, but no, she'd be the perfect blocker. No power. No power. No power. No power. No power.
The only problem is
5 minutes for high sticking. We don't even have sticks. This is hockey.
you heard me.
The academy. You go to the faulty area.
Faulty area, yeah.
There's a janitor pushing a mop bucket round, and he's like, "Where?
Hello.
Superheroes, huh?
superheroes and an old man.
Superheroes, an old man, and a whore, and a whore, and a whore, and a whore, and a whore."